No. Is that enough? Is that enough? Should I keep going?
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Happy New Year, everyone! I hope you all enjoyed your holiday and New Year festivities and are adjusting nicely back into normal, non-holiday paced life. Thankfully, I was able to take some time off of work, and during that time off, I thought a great deal about what I wanted to do with this channel for 2020. My goal for this year is to reach 100 subscribers, and I want to see just how many more people can deal with me and put up with these videos. Shameless plug time! If you want to interact with me more or see more of my thoughts or opinions, follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter daily, and I share a lot of things that I find entertaining or interesting. I'm still trying to find the sweet spot for my content. There's a lot of daily news items that pop up that I really want to cover, but due to time constraints, I'm not able to upload daily, at least not to the standards that I would like to. And I don't want to say that I'm going to upload X amount of videos per week, because I don't want to fall short of a commitment I make to those of you who watch my videos, and I don't want to make a promise, especially to myself, that I know I can't keep. I will, however, commit to putting even more of my free time and more of my effort into my channel and into my videos for those who enjoy watching them, because it's something that I enjoy doing. So for those of you who do watch, I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to what this year has in store for my channel. What better way to kick off the new year than with a giant media corporation who is attempting to extort thousands upon thousands of dollars from a YouTuber? Just warms my heart. And of course, YouTube being YouTube, they stood idly by, allowing it all to happen right under their noses on their platform. We're going to go through the whole gamut of the situation, the parties involved, MxR and Jukin Media, who they are and what they do, as well as what the situation was, how it was resolved, and most importantly, what can be learned from this, because it's something that every single content creator can be affected by. And you know what they say.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
MxR Mods is a channel I discovered about a year ago, and if you aren't familiar with his channel, I'd highly recommend it for reasons. Pixel boobies and pixel booties aside, MxR has a very interesting presentation style, and if BDSM mods for games is not your style for whatever reason, you could always check out his other channel, MxR Plays. MxR Plays is a channel where he and his girlfriend Jeannie react to different gaming videos, meme videos, etc. It's a reaction channel, and while I'm personally not a huge fan of reaction channels, there is certainly an audience for it, and I'll be leaving links to both channels in the video description below. MxR Mods and MxR Plays, they're not small channels. MxR Mods has 2.2 million subscribers, and MxR Plays has 859,000 subscribers at the time of recording this video. Being a bigger YouTuber, or hell, even a moderately popular YouTuber, makes you a target for people and for corporations who are looking to make a quick buck. Oh, hi Jukin Media.
Oh, hi Mark.
Jukin Media is a licensing and rights management company that specializes in viral videos. Under Jukin Media's About section on their website, there's a portion that reads, "Viral videos are often the target of piracy. Fortunately, Jukin Media can help. Our YouTube certified staff can find unauthorized copies of your video on and off YouTube to ensure that you are compensated when someone uses your video." Jukin Media's business model is all about finding viral video makers and content creators and assimilating them into their Borg cube of a company. I know. It's not really fair to say the Borg aren't as bad as Jukin Media. Joking aside, I do have to say that there's nothing wrong with licensing things. Hell, I'm licensing the Adobe software that I'm making this very video on. I also fully support companies and creators getting paid for things that they own because I'm a filthy capitalist. What I do not support, however, are these prolapsed anuses masquerading around like they're human beings. trying to extort money from a YouTuber for reacting to a fucking meme. So now that you know a little bit about both parties involved in the situation, what exactly happened? Oh, beautiful viewer, prepare your perfectly sculpted biceps and firm booties. You're about to learn a thing or two. As MxR Plays is a reaction channel, they do just that. Shocking, I know. React to memes and videos. Unfortunately for them, they reacted to the wrong videos, as some of their clips are protected or owned by Jukin Media. On January 9th, MxR posted a picture on Twitter which detailed that he and Genie were being charged $1,500 by Jukin Media because they reacted to clips that were protected or owned by them. The kicker is that there were 4 different charges, one per infraction according to Jukin Media. Jukin Media wanted to charge MxR $6,000 for what they perceived to be copyright infringement. This is on top of another $2,000 that MxR had already paid to Jukin Media. Jukin Media reached out to them and let them know that there's a licensing fee for their videos of $49. But if they didn't pay $2,000, Jukin Media was going to strike MxR's channel, which for those of you who don't know, when you get 3 strikes on your YouTube channel, it gets deleted, no questions asked. There is no recourse. You lose.
Good day, sir!
And don't just take my word for it. Let's listen to Genie explain.
Clearly, I realized our mistake was paying the first time, because now they're like, oh, we have someone we could just easily get easy money out of. Rather than that, it's just constantly in the fear of our channel being deleted. Like, what if one day they are like, 1,500's not enough, we just want you gone, like...
This is what makes the situation absolutely disgusting to me. You have a gigantic corporation with huge teams of people who just scour the internet to find someone who they feel they can squeeze money out of. I was honestly shocked that MxR would have paid them anything at all, and as Genie said in the video, it's essentially blood in the water for these dirty jizzwaffles over at Jukin Media. That was a slip. Jukin Media, because they knew that they could get even more money out of MxR. Jukin Media attempted to give their side of the situation in a Twitter post in which the section reads, "As we've mentioned repeatedly, you can completely avoid any issues related to copyright by simply licensing videos on our website for $49. We have no ill will towards your channel." This, of course, being addressed to MxR. This is something that sounds incredibly reasonable. I say again, content creators and companies need to be compensated for their work or things that they own or create. So why wouldn't MxR just pay the licensing fee or just edit around Jukin Media's owned content? Oh wait, they did that. They did do that. What the fuck is going? They did that.
Yeah, and so we started, removing their clips from our videos.
Of course, because we're like, okay, that's your clip, so we won't use it.
Jukin Media's care for videos under their syndication stems from the ability to utilize them as a bludgeon, to use them as a tool to extract money from YouTubers that are foolish enough to show their owned videos on their channels. Fair use is vital for critique and reviewers everywhere. Imagine a world in which critique is not allowed because reviewers are getting sued for showing gameplay or film footage for a purpose of review and education. Before we dive into how fair use applies in this situation, it's important to understand what fair use is. When looking at fair use, it's separated into 4 pillars. 1 being the purpose and character of use, which is the transformative property. 2, the nature of the copyrighted work. 3, the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. 4, effect of the use upon the potential market or value of the copyrighted work. Let's just start from the top and work our way down. The transformative property has to do with if the new work is different enough from the original work. Has it been altered in some way which makes it distinct from the original work? This can be done in a myriad of ways. The most common is parody. Do you ever wonder how South Park gets away with most of their jokes and storylines? It's because it's parody of real life situations, real life people. The second pillar, the nature of copyrighted work, is somewhat shorter and what I believe gives Jukin Media the most valid claim towards a violation of their copyright. According to Stanford University, the dissemination of facts or information that benefits the public, you have more leeway to copy from factual works such as biographies than you do fictional works such as plays or novels. Now, this does not mean that the critique and transformative property does not come into play when considering work that is created such as memes or YouTube videos. In fact, it's a combination of all four pillars that will lead to the ultimate decision whether or not someone is in violation of copyright. The third pillar is the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Now, as soon as I hear that, my mind jumps immediately to Mahler and his reviews, specifically in this situation of H-Bomber Guy's video on Dark Souls 2. If you have 20 hours free, I highly recommend watching it, #longmangood. Mahler uses almost all of H-Bomber Guy's video and dissects it in painstaking detail with a huge amount of critique that is sorely lacking from the internet. Objective critique exists, by the way. While Mahler does use almost all of H-Bomber Guy's video in his response video, Mahler's critique and commentary makes up a majority of his video. This is something that's key when considering if something is fair use or not. And last, we have the fourth pillar, which is the effect of the use upon the potential market or value of the copyrighted work. How does the new work affect the original? Does it affect its ability to make money, or does it slander the name of the original content or the creator? This can get a little dicey when it comes to parody and satire, obviously, because you're making fun of something, and reaction channels, normally they involve making fun of someone or something. If only we had a case study to reference. If only there was some other perturbed potato who attempted to sue a YouTuber over his content being used in a reaction video.
What we do here is go back.
Ethan and Gila of H3H3 were sued by another YouTuber by the name of Matt Haas. Matt Haas sued H3H3 because they reacted and criticized his weird video where he awkwardly approaches a woman and then they both speak as if they're in a porno. Seriously, just listen to this.
You have excellent form. See if you can go deeper.
What are you, some sort of creep?
Only if you insist. What about you?
What about me?
Are you some kind of attention whore?
And I know a thing or two about porn. This is an intro to a porn, and a shitty one at that. The guy can't even kiss her on the lips. Like, come on, man. I mean, she probably had it in her contract, like, don't fucking kiss me on the lips. I mean, who the hell am I kidding? Matt Haas can't write human dialogue. There's no way he could write a contract. H3H3 eventually won the case, and Ethan described the win as a landmark victory for fair use. Unfortunately, this clearly does not deter companies like Jukin Media from preying on YouTubers with similar content. After MxR posted the bill totaling $6,000, fans and advocates for things like, free speech and fair use lost their collective minds, and rightfully so. The backlash for this has gotten so severe for Jukin Media that they have been in lockdown mode on their Twitter since the 10th. When Jukin Media attempts to reach out to potential victims, partners, they are met with a sea of hatred from people who are sick and tired of these corporations who think they can just throw their weight around and get away with anything. I mean, just take a look at this tweet between Jukin and Chili Bean the Corgi, where Jukin attempts to reach out and assimilate them. The dog roasts Jukin Media. Jukin Media just got told off by a celebrity dog. And of course, the cherry on top being the CEO of Jukin Media, Jonathan Skogmo, deleted his Twitter. Now, I will say I'm not a fan of harassing anybody. You shouldn't be sending him death threats or harassing employees. That's just not going to send the right message, and it's very counterproductive. However, I have zero issue talking shit about him and calling him a moron and how their company are sleazy. Thankfully for MxR, this situation has seemingly come to an end. On January 15th, MxR posted a video with an update on Jukin Media's extortion. I have to say I'm very happy that they don't have to take this to court, and they no longer have to deal with the stressful threat of their channel being deleted. While they understandably can't speak about the actual resolution, as they likely would have had to have signed some kind of NDA, This is fantastic news. This is something that all YouTubers that can use this as a lesson, not just about how growing in popularity can paint a large target on your back, but also how to avoid putting yourself into a similar situation. I wanted to make a video on this topic sooner, but I decided to wait and see what new information released. While watching Legal Eagle's video on this, I can see where this may not have been a situation that would have been easily won in court. At least not without months and months in a courtroom, which could have easily racked up bills in the millions of dollars. I want to say that throughout this situation, I've been 100% on MxR's side, and the way in which Jukin Media went about this is absolutely abhorrent. Jukin Media showed that they really wanted to get as much money out of a content creator before they went to court, if that was even their intention at all. And I say that because Jukin Media has gone and settled out of court in the past. It's important for anyone making similar kind of reaction or critique videos that they really understand what constitutes fair use. As Legal Eagle points out, in a court of law, if you are simply commenting on a video and there's no substantive amount of critique, it's something that can leave you legally liable for copyright infringement. The most important thing is to know your rights, and if at all possible, get a lawyer. That does it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm looking forward to a full year of content creation, and Jukin Media can crawl back into the damp hole that they came from.
Son of a bitch.